So it's Professor Shoemaker here again. This is video 3.4. We're going to look at a couple of other clauses on the where clause, some keywords in, between, and like. These help you narrow filters. So see students who are majoring in computer science, information systems, or electrical engineering. Now we could write that as a between or a clause like this: major ID equals 1, or major ID equals 2, or major, but you get the picture. It's tedious. When you want to make a list of values that you're going to combine with an or, you can use instead the in clause, and you just say in 1, 2, 3, 4. In is very helpful because it lets you quickly list a set of values. So let's run this thing, see what we get. And all of the major IDs will be 1, 2, or 4 in here. So it's just a more economical way of writing out a long set of or clauses. Instead, you just create an in and then put it inside of parentheses. So that's a kind of an or. The next one is a between. This is really a kind of an and clause, and it saves you from writing greater than, less than, and so on. You just say between this value and that value. So it's a form of an and clause, and this says between 2,000 and 4,000. And what's interesting about the between clause is it's inclusive. And what I mean by that is, if the value happens to be exactly 2,000, it will show up in the output. Or exactly 4,000, it will show up in the output. So in a sense, this is say where scholarship is greater than or equal to 2,000 and scholarship is less than or equal to 4,000. This works very well with dates. Let's see what we got here. Here's another example of between. Here we're saying people born between 1985 and 1989. So we give the first day of 1985 and the last day of 1985. And when we run it, the between clause will select everybody born in those years. That would include anyone who happened to be born on January 1st of 1985 or on New Year's Eve of 1989. They would come into this list as well because it's inclusive. So it's greater than or equal to January 1st and less than or equal to December 31st. And then finally, we have the like clause, which allows you to scan text fields and find just partial fields. So suppose we want everybody whose last name begins with the letter B. Well, this clause will do that because it says begins with a B and I don't care what comes after it. That's what the percent sign means. Okay? It means I don't care what comes after it. Let's find everybody, let's do like email. Well, let's do a better one. Let's find everyone who has NN anywhere in their name. To do that, I have to say begins with I don't care what, has two N's, and then follows that with I don't care what. So this will find double N's anywhere in anybody's name. Let's see what we get. Well, we got Bennett and Dunn and a couple of Kennedys here. Okay, that worked because there are double N's anywhere in those names. So these additional clauses we've looked at, the in, between, and like, are very helpful in the where clause for writing shorter, more concise where clauses with in or between, and then finally for scanning text fields with the like clause and finding substrings inside there. If we want everybody whose first name begins with an A, then we would write it like this. And notice it's not case sensitive, so when I run this, it's going to catch Angela, Amy, Alice, and Anna because they all begin with A, and then the percent sign means I don't care what comes after that.